and after-school programs. I think that would be real important. Alexis, need for jobs. We've got this horrible unemployment situation. It's really very bad here. It's even worse than it was because of the underemployment. People that have a job, they're only working 2 or 3 days a week, but they have a job. And it's really tough, and particularly a young person. You come out, because people tend to live at home longer, and you're at home, you want to help out. So you want to get a job and bring in and help mom and dad. You're in struggling to make it. And I know, feeling that we've got to get our economy going again. And right now, there's been a lot that's done at the federal level to try to do that. And right now, with these budget constraints, it's narrowing down what we can do. So what we do, we got to rely on the good entrepreneurial spirit. And I think we're going to have to try to go out and make it easier for people to create jobs. Right now, we're so regulated. Anybody wants to start a business, after they see all the steps they got to go through, they just give up. And it's easier to work for somebody else if you can find that job. So we have to change our policies, both at the state and federal level, to make it easier, for a business, to create jobs. And Supervisor Stone's been a champion in that. You'll probably talk to that a little bit. And also, there's a ton of emphasis on trade skills. Like you go to college, everybody, and not every job needs a degree. Most of the jobs out there don't need degrees, but we're not being trained. You're not getting the skills to do those jobs. And you have to, whether it's work in a factory, use tools, or the computer skills that need, like in logistics. We're becoming a logistics center. All these logistics jobs require computer skills. It's not just lifting things and moving them here and there. You got to think. You got to use a computer. Well, everybody now is getting pretty good at computer skills, but the schools have to emphasize the skills when they're doing in their training to help folks get jobs that don't require college degrees. So many of these jobs are paid better than the college jobs. There's really like mechanics and computer technicians and so on. So then, see, Michelle, she was saying, us politicians got to do more to get all this stuff. And it's important, and you're showing the importance of these youth centers and these programs, because right now, in the timeline now, it's important to keep hope alive. Right now, we know stuff, and we have the same problem ourselves. I guarantee you, it's depressing. Doing what we're doing now, trying to keep our budget in balance, keep from laying off people, try to, we're having to scale back on benefits and pay. Everybody in the county is taking a 10% one-time pay cut to help the budget. And we have one group that's coming up now, and we're working with them to do the same thing. We've got pension costs are great, but we have the pensions were too generous, too costly. And now they're going to reel them back, to more manageable level. We got all those problems, this unemployment thing. We're trying to maintain public safety at the levels that we're safe. It's just it's a tough situation right now. And but the important thing, what you're trying to do, where these youth centers are important, it gives a place for people to go and keep hope alive, and keep instrument, talk to other people, and get something, maybe get a tip or an idea, and just sort of keep yourself going. That's important in the downtown. Two of us, we've been through some bad economic times in our life. I mean, tell you, horrible. I mean, even worse than what we're going through now. I didn't want something. What Jeff has also experienced this. And it's important to not lose hope and keep going. And if you do, guess what? It always gets better. It really does. You just got to hang in there. It really does. Supervisor Stone.
Thank you, Supervisor Ashley. Well, I certainly don't lose hope when I see optimism like I've seen today with the wonderful speakers that have come and shared their frustrations and their needs and their wants for a better future for yourselves. And, things are a lot different today than they were when I was your age. Today, for me to understand the technology that is secondhand knowledge to you all. I'm going to have to ask my kids even how to turn on the TV set today because I got this complicated computer remote and I don't know where to push the button to VCR, there's not even a VCR anymore, DVD. The bottom line is that as technology has increased, we have to become more educated, thus the older folks here. But technology today is revolutionizing the world in which we live in. If you want to see an example, just watch what's happened in Egypt over the past 3 weeks. It is because of social media technology where the citizens said we're fed up with dictatorship, we're fed up with working for nothing, we're fed up with not being able to provide wonderful things for our kids and no future to look forward to. And we are going to peacefully demonstrate, and we are going to organize through this social media, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, and they successfully did it. Our Board of Supervisors, has shown their resolve that the youth are important in this county by actually having a youth commission. We actually have a legal commission that meets. We have a representative from each of the supervisorial districts that talks about many of the issues that you bring forward to us today and tries to offer solutions. It sounds like to me that we need to have a little bit better communication with the youth throughout this county as to what that commission is discussing. Certainly, as Cynthia requested, we'd like to have more youth centers throughout this county. This county is 7,200 square miles. It's the size of the state of New Jersey, and by all means, keeping kids involved in positive activities illustrated at the youth centers is going to prevent them from going at a different fork in the road, whether they want to become affiliated with a gang, not understand proper contraception and become pregnant. The bottom line is if you don't have after-school programs, if you don't keep kids busy, in all likelihood they're going to find some other activities to do which may not be in their best interest. Again, the Board of Supervisors only is one level of government, but we work with all other levels of government. We work with cities, we work with states, we work with federal government. At the beginning of next month, Supervisor Ashley and I will make our annual trek to Washington, D.C. for a National Association of Counties meeting where we hear what other counties are faced with budget cuts and how they're addressing problems. And youth problems are certainly a part of those things and creating jobs. Angel, again, I applaud you. A couple of young kids working, trying to educate yourself to provide a better future for your children. My hat's off to you. Now send your son to college. Remember one thing, college education is very, very important. For those of you that want to go to college, not everybody wants to go to college, but for those of you that want to go to college, remember that a college education is something that nobody can ever take away from you. They can take away your car, they can take away your house, they can't take away your brains. So build up your armamentarium of brain matter in your head. And then for those of you that don't want to go to college, this is social media technology is frustrating for me. As foreign as it is for me, it's foreign to you to understand how to change a garbage disposal, how to rewire a house that has an electrical problem. We need to provide for vocational opportunities that allow for those that don't want to go to college to have occupations. This is where Japan does things much different than we do. They have two different career paths for their youth. One want to go to college, and one want to go to vocational schools to teach them trades that they can make a living. We haven't done a good enough job in the United States in that endeavor. You've heard the ROP program. We did a program in the city of Temecula called the Team Project Temecula Educational Apprenticeship Model, where we actually had kids shadowing jobs. Abbott is a big employer in my neck of the woods. We actually had some kids shadow people that work on the assembly line and got so enthusiastic about the job, they went to school and wanted to become a biomedicinal engineer.